So in the last session, I think we were discussing about standard objects in Salesforce. So we discussed what is lead, what is account, contact, and then we created account record, Salesforce. In today's session, we will discuss about page layout. First, what is page layout? And then we will discuss rest of the objects. So this is the account record we created in the last session. So this page is called as detail page. Okay? And when we try to create new account record, or when we try to open the existing record in edit mode, so this is called as edit page. So we have standard edit page and detail page. So the fields which are displayed on the edit page or detail page, these might not be the only fields available on account object. On account object, there might be additional fields as well. In the last session, I have shown you where to have a look at all the fields of the object. So you can go to setup. In setup, go to object manager. And then if you want to have a look at all the fields of account object, select account and then go to fields and relationship section. So this is where you see all the fields of the object. So to manage the fields and related list on the edit page and detail page, we have page layout. Every object in Salesforce has a page layout associated with it, with which you can organize the fields and related list on the edit page and detail page. As an example, let's say, so at the moment on this detail page, we have lots of fields over here. So consider this SLA expiration date field. Okay. There is a requirement from user saying that user doesn't need this field at all on the account page. Okay. So it needs to be removed from the edit page and detail page. How can we do this? So with the help of page layout, it can be done. So where can we access the page layout? So we are already on the account object from object management. So just below fields and relationship section, we have page layout section. Click on page layout. So as account object is standard object, you will see account object has 4 standard layouts by default. But for most of the objects, there will be only one page layout by default. But for standard objects like account, lead, and opportunity, you will see multiple page layouts here. So the purpose of having multiple page layouts is, let's say there are 3 departments in the company: marketing, sales, and support. Okay. Users from all the department want to access account records. But when marketing user tries to access account record, marketing user should be able to access only marketing related fields like email of the person, phone number, so that they can reach out to the customer for marketing purposes. They are not interested in other details of the account or customer. So in that case, you can create marketing layout, and whenever marketing user logs in and tries to access account record, based on the marketing layout, account record will be displayed to marketing user. Same is the case for sales user as well. Sales user might be interested in only sales related information on account. So we will have the sales layout where you will include only sales related fields on the sales page layout. And then whenever sales user logs in, based on the sales layout, the account record will be displayed to a user. Similar way, support layout as well for support people. The last layout, account layout, is a generic layout which will be rendered to administrator user, because administrator user is not any business user. So in account layout, you will generally see all the fields being added on the layout. So at the moment, I am logged in as an admin user, and if I want to see the changes in the detail page or edit page, I should be making changes in account layout. So we will go to account layout, and then scroll down. We will have to look for SLA expiration date field. Here it is. So click on this field and then click on remove, as we want to remove this field so that it will not be displayed on the edit page or detail page. But before we remove this field, there is one more button over here, properties. Let's click on this. In the properties section, if you see, we have two checkboxes or two settings, you can say, read only and required. So from the page layout, you can make any field as a read only field or required field. If you make the field as read only, it means user can only read the value of this field, cannot update the value in this field. And if you make this field as a required field, then the user must have to enter value in this field. Otherwise, user cannot save the record. Okay? But these properties are limited to only page layout, which means whenever user tries to access the record from the edit page or detail page, then only these settings will be applicable. There are lots of other channels as well, like there are tools like data loader, import wizard, with which you can directly import the data into Salesforce, or you can also programmatically create records. So for those channels, these settings will not be applicable. Okay? Page layout is applicable only to edit page and detail page. So this is all about properties, as we don't have any requirement to set up the properties, and anyway we are going to remove this field, so it doesn't make sense to set up any property for this. Any questions so far?
No.
No. So let's remove this field. Click on remove. It is removed. After removing the field, don't forget to save the layout. Click on this save button. So the layout is saved. Now if we go back to the record, so earlier this SL expiration date field was there. Now we'll just refresh this page. After refreshing, that field shouldn't appear here. I think sometimes when you make the changes, to reflect those changes, you need to log out and log in again, because it uses browser cache. So sometimes due to browser cache, the changes will not reflect immediately. So let me again confirm though that from the layout that field is removed. I'm just opening that layout again. So it is removed from here. Okay. Okay. So now if you see, the SL expiration date field has been removed. So sometimes the changes won't be reflected directly. You may have to log out and log in again, or maybe as I frequently keep on giving training to people, right? So that's the reason in my browser it stores a cache a lot of times, but in your case this issue might not be there. You don't have to log out and log in again. So you can see now the SL expiration date field is removed. This is how, with the help of page layout, you can organize the fields and related list on the edit page and detail page. You can change the positions of the fields as well. Okay. This number of location field, if you want to keep it somewhere else, so you can change the positions. You can reorganize the fields and be done. Now we'll see how to add any field on the edit page or detail page. The field is there on the object, but it is not there on the edit page or detail page. And now, as per the user's request, we need to add it on the layout. So let's just try to bring back the same SL expiration date field. We need to go to setup, object manager, then go to account object, page layouts, and for admin user to reflect the changes, we need to make changes in account layout. So whenever you want to add any component, whether it's a field or related list, you always need to use this box, which is at the top. In this box on the left hand side, we have the types of components like fields, buttons, actions, related list. So what type of component do we want to add here on the layout? It's a field. Select fields, and then all the fields will be displayed over here. The fields which are already added to the layout, you can see those fields are freezed, and the fields which have not been added, you can see those fields. You can select those fields and add those fields to the layout. We want to add SL expiration date field, so you can just search over here in the quick find search box, and we can see this field. Select this field, and we just need to drag and drop. Drag and drop to whichever position you want. If you want to have it below account name, you can just drop it there. Wherever you want, you can add this field. I'll just add it at the same location where it was earlier, below customer priority. So this is how you can add a field to the layout. Let's click on save. Let's go back to the record page. Let's refresh it. Okay, so I think again I need to log out and log in to see the changes. We can see SL expiration date field is added back on the layout. Any questions so far? Any doubt?
No. I have a quick question. So, did you say to be able to see every change, you always have to log out, or it's because of like a version of Salesforce that you have?
Oh, it is because of the browser cache, as I said. So I keep on frequently using it for training, right? So my browser is loaded with a lot of browser cache.
Oh,
So that
okay.
is I need to out and log in. But for you guys, it might not be the case.
Right. Okay. Well, and one last question. So the page where you added the SLA expiration date, the fields that already, I guess, were on this page were grayed out. So if you wanted to remove a field,
Mm.
it maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Um, I guess because it's grayed out, how do you go about doing that then?
For removing, you don't have to use that box, right? So you
Okay.
need to go to the field itself. So let me show you again how we have to do it. So go to the object page layouts, and I'll select this layout as an admin user. And so for adding the field, we are using this box. So where already added components are grayed out. But for removing the fields, you don't have to use this box. So you just
Okay.
need to scroll down because the fields are already there, right? So you just need to select any field you want to remove. So just select it and click on remove.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I
so for
think
removing,
you were
yeah,
doing that right when I joined. That's why. So sorry that you had to go through it again.
no problem. Yeah. Okay. So the way we can add or remove fields, same way we can add or remove related list as well. Okay, so yesterday we discussed about related list. What is related list? Can anyone tell? Okay. So related list is nothing but child records list. As we discussed, contact object is child object to account record, account object. So for this account record, if there are child contact records associated with this account, those will be displayed over here. So this list of child records is called as related list. So this is contacts related list. Same way, opportunities related list, cases related list. So related list is nothing but child records list. All these objects are child objects to account. That is the reason we are able to see all these related list over here in the related tab. With the help of page layout, you can organize related list as well. For example, let's say if the user has a requirement to not to display contacts related list on the detail page. In that case, the same thing, the way we were able to remove the field, almost the same steps we need to follow. We can go to the layout. So I think we are already on the layout. After field section, if you just scroll down, at the end we have the related list section, where all these related lists which we discussed, contacts, opportunities, cases, it's there. Okay. So if you want to remove any related list, here we have the remove related list button. You can click on this. The related list is removed now. Click on save. Now, if we refresh this page, contacts related list should be removed. So you can see the contacts related list was at the top, and now it is no longer available here. This is how you can remove related list using page layout. Any questions?
Yes. I don't have my account to practice.
Okay. Who is this? Who
Nidhi.
doesn't have a Nidhi?
I guess I don't either.
Okay, so not sure in the first session, in the demo session, were you there, Nidhi?
No, I was not there.
Okay, all right. So maybe I'll ask the training desk to share that demo session where I have explained how to, set up free Salesforce account for you. I think Ajay was there and Retu was there in the demo session. So they had their account. So I'll try to share one demo session to you where I have explained all these things, how to
Okay.
create a account for yourself. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So now let's try to add the related list back to the detail page. So if we have any related list which is already there on the account, but if we haven't added it on the detail page, but now there is a requirement to add this particular related list on the detail page, then how to add it? That's what we are going to discuss now. So every time any changes are required on this detail page or edit page, you will most of the times have to use page layouts only. Page layout controls the entire UI of detail page and edit page. So let's go to account layout. And as I mentioned earlier, whenever you want to add any component, you just need to use this box. What type of component we want to add? Related list. So select related list now. Once you select related list, over here, now it shows all the related list. We can search for contacts related list. Here it is. Select it and drag and drop wherever you want. And then save the layout. Now let's refresh the page. And we can see contacts related list has been added back on the detail page. So this is how you can add any related list on the detail page. Any questions, any doubts?
No.
No.
All right. Now let's move on then. So after creating account, generally as the business flow, we create contact record after creating account. The contact record is always a child record to account record. You can create contact record from here itself, from the related list, or you can go to the contacts tab on from there also you can create it. Anyways, fine. I'll just simply create it from here, from the related list section. Click on the new button. So similar to account, contact also has its own page layout, has its own edit page, detail page. Contact also has lots of fields within it: first name, last name, salutation, phone. We can fill in all the details. And here account name is already populated, this account, parent account. So on the user interface, it shows you the account name, but at the back end, in this relationship field, ID of the parent account will be stored. We now know that whenever you create any record, whether it's account, contact, opportunity, every record will have a unique ID associated with it. And those IDs are used to create relationship between records. So in this field, at the back end within the database, ID of the parent account will be stored. On the UI, it shows the name of the parent account, but internally within the database, it shows the ID of the, it stores the ID of the parent record. So just keep that in mind, nothing to worry about. Then whatever details you want to store here, you can. On contact object as well, lots of fields are there. Not all the fields will be used by every business. So whichever fields are not required, maybe business user will tell you to remove all those fields which are not required, so that we will have only the fields which are useful on the edit page or detail page. And if you have observed, on contact object, last name is mandatory field, as we see asterisk here. On account name field is mandatory, and on contact, last name is mandatory field. Now let's save. Once you save, the contact record is created now. So if you move your cursor to this contact link, here itself it shows you few of the details of contact, and if you want to completely go through the details of contact record, you can just click on the link so that it opens the contact record page in the detail page. So now we can see all the details of contact record. So this is the ID which is generated for this contact record, and as I mentioned, for contact the ID starts with 003 and it's 18-digit alphanumeric value. Any questions here? for contact?
No.
So after creating contact,
Sorry, I
we'll
have a
be,
question.
yeah,
So that the 18 digit you said the code, why do we need that?
this is the unique identifier for the record. So if you make any transactions or anything, you will have the unique transaction ID generated, right? So the purpose of this is to uniquely identify those transactions. So it will be helpful for us to, you know, maintain those records within database. So any
Okay.
database, if you see, you will have the unique IDs for every record. Otherwise, let's say you create two account records within any system, not just Salesforce, any system you take, any database you take. If you create two account records with same name, how are you going to differentiate them if there is no unique ID for them, right? If you go to any what you can say, if you go to college or school, in school also you will have roll numbers, right, which are the unique identifiers for students, right? Same way here also in database you may have the same values in multiple records, but how to differentiate those records? So with unique ID you can differentiate those records. Okay, you can uniquely identify those records.
Okay.
And is this automatically stored somewhere, like in the database, or does the admin have to like copy and save it somewhere?
No, as you can see, while creating contact record I just populated the last name, first name, and I think country, and then ID is generated automatically. So ID,
So whenever you go to that contact, the ID will always be there.
yes, not just contact, but any object record you create, account record, contact, opportunity. For every record, once you save that record, Salesforce will automatically generate unique ID for all the records within Salesforce.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right, so now we will create opportunity. Opportunity is child object to account, or it can be a child object to contact as well. Okay. And we did not discuss opportunity object in detail, so let's discuss about the purpose of the opportunity object first, and then we'll move on. So in opportunity object we generally store amount related information. Okay. In last session we discussed two example. One is shopping website example and another one is I think insurance company example. If we take an example of shopping website, whenever customer makes a transaction on shopping website, to store transaction related information we can use opportunity object. Okay. If we take an example of insurance company, whenever customer pays the installment for insurance policy, to store installment we can use opportunity. Then if any banking system is using Salesforce to manage the loans given to customer, in that case if customer pays the EMI, monthly installment for home loan or any kind of loan, to store EMI information, monthly installment information, we can use opportunity. So there are various business scenarios where the opportunity can be used to store amount related information. Okay. Then a lot of times opportunity can be used to track deal between two companies as well. So we will discuss about this, what is exactly a deal and how opportunity can be used to track the deal between two companies. So we will consider one example here. Let's say there is a steel supplier company which is using Salesforce to manage their clients or customers. Steel supplier companies, clients or customers are nothing but, let's say, car manufacturing companies, because they need steel to manufacture car. So for every car manufacturing company, we will have to create account record in Salesforce. Okay. And then within car manufacturing company, we will have contact persons like maybe CEO of the company, then manager, and then some associates. So 3-4 people will be involved in this deal. So every person or every representative from the client side, for them we can create contact record. So for CEO, we can create contact. For manager, we can create contact, and for associate, we can create contact. And all these 3 contact records will be associated with the parent account, okay, the way we did now. So this contact record, it is associated with this parent account. And then car manufacturing company will send the request to steel supplier company to get the proposal. Yeah. So request will be sent. After that, steel supplier company will do the analysis required, and then they will create a proposal. In the proposal, it will have the details like how much steel they will be supplying at how much cost. So all the costing details, everything will be there in the proposal, and they will send this proposal to car manufacturing company. Car manufacturing company will go through that proposal, and maybe if they are not happy with the costing and everything, they will try to negotiate. So the negotiation request will be sent to steel supplier company. Steel supplier company will go through the negotiation, and if they are fine to negotiate, they may resend the proposal. If they are not fine with the negotiation, they may close the deal. In that case, the deal will be unsuccessful, so it will be closed, lost. So all these values which I am mentioning over here, so these are actually the stages of the deal. To track these different stages within opportunity, we have a standard field called as stage field. Okay, we can use this, and in that stage field you will see all these values. So it will be closed, lost if it is unsuccessful deal, if the steel supplier company is fine with the negotiation, or maybe if the car manufacturing company itself is fine with the original proposal, they can go ahead and they will make a deal. So it will be a successful deal. In that case, it will be considered as closed won deal. Okay. So this is how opportunity can be used to track deals as well. I will show you with example as well. Any questions?
No. No.
Okay. All right. So let's move on, and let's create a project. So we will create it from scratch so that you will understand exactly what I'm trying to say. So consider this entire Salesforce org is of a steel supplier company. Let's say Tata Steel. Tata Steel is using Salesforce to manage all their clients. One of their client is one of the car manufacturing company. So for them, we will have to first create account record. Can anyone tell any car manufacturing company? Anyone?
Sorry, what was the question?
Any car manufacturing company name?
Magna?
Mercedes.
Mhm. Okay. So let's say Mercedes wants to have a deal with the Tata Steel to get the steel for themselves to manufacture car. So we need to first create account for the Mercedes company. Right. So first we will have to create account record and then contact record for every contact person of the company. So by default it created one contact record because as I said I have some automated process in place which automatically creates contact record when I create account. So just ignore this. I'm just going to delete it. Okay. So we just created this Mercedes account record and now for every contact person of the Mercedes company we need to create contact records. Let's create one contact. So consider this person Ravi is the CEO of the company, which we'll say title as CEO, and we can store all other details as well like phone. Now we can create one more contact record. As many people who are involved into the deal, for all those people we can create contact record. All those contacts will be associated with one single account, Mercedes. Push. You can see one account record created for the client. The client in this particular example is a company itself, and that client has three people involved in deal. So these are the contact persons. So for all those we have created contact records. Okay. And now when the deal starts we need to create opportunity. Okay. So from here itself you can create opportunity from the related list, or you can go to the opportunities tab and from there also you can create it. Let's try it from the tab now. Go to opportunities tab and then click on the new button. Opportunity name. So while specifying the name for opportunity we can specify the company name first, then the amount of the deal. So let's say the amount of the deal is $50,000, and then the date of the deal, 2nd July 20. So a lot of times naming conventions like this will be followed by business users while creating record. Then now we need to select the parent account for this opportunity. So it's Mercedes account. Type new customer, amount $50,000, close date of the deal. So as we are creating this opportunity as a deal between two companies, if the deal is going to start today, obviously it is not going to end today itself. As it's a deal, it will take longer time to close. So maybe approximately we can take 1 month. So we'll have the close date as 31st July, but you can always update it. When you create opportunity as transaction or installment or EMI, in that case, the close date will be the date on which it is created. It won't be some future date, because these are the transactions, quick transactions. So the close date will be always same as the created date. But in case of date, close date will be future date. Then the stage, as I mentioned, so prospecting means initial stage, then qualification, analysis, then proposal, some decision making will happen, again some analysis, okay, proposal, then negotiation, and then at the end it will be close won or close lost. If you don't want any values from this drop down, you can remove the values. If you want to add additional values into this field, you can do that as well. We will be discussing about it later, but you can always control these values if you want. Based on the stage you select, the probability of success is populated automatically over here. So if the stage is qualification, you can see the probability of success is 10%. Okay. Then you go to the proposal, the probability of success is now 50%. Go to negotiation. For negotiation, it has become 90%. And then if it is close one, means as the deal is successful, it will be 100%. If it is unsuccessful, it will be reset to 0%. So probability of success is dependent field on stage. Why is it dependent? Because its value is dependent on the stage field value. These values also you can change probability, because for every stage the probability value is adjusted accordingly. So you can change those values as well. Okay, so that's it. Once you populate everything, we can save now. So opportunity record is created. We can see all the details over here. Okay. Any questions? Any doubt here?
No.
Now this stages, you can see the stages over here itself. So if you want to change the stage, you can change it from here itself. You can click on any stage and mark as current stage. Now the stage is changed. If you want to close it on, while closing the stage, we have two options: close one or close loss. If it is close one, select close one. All right. This is all about opportunity. Now the next object is product. Product is a very simple object. You can say it is for inventory management. In product object, you can store the product information like the product name, product SKU number, which is the unique number for every product, then product unit price, product quantity, all the information can be stored under. It is for inventory management. Along with the product object, there are lots of other objects as well. So these 2-3 objects we will have to use together to store the overall inventory information. Next object is campaign. We will discuss this in detail. In general, anyone knows what is campaign? Anyone?
Nope. I guess a campaign is setting up something to try to gain either business or support for a particular thing.
Yeah, isn't it like like mail lists and like printing ads and etc. like marketing stuff?
Yeah, exactly. So campaign is basically a marketing strategy to promote product. So nowadays, you see a lot of campaigning happens to promote the product. So if you take an example of shopping website, so once you register to any shopping website, you may keep getting email notification from shopping website if there is any offer going on, if any new product has been launched on a shopping website, you keep getting email notifications. That is nothing but actually the campaign, email campaign. So campaign is nothing but it's a marketing strategy to promote product. So email campaign is one of the widely used campaign strategy or marketing strategy to promote products. Apart from email campaign, we have advertisements. In advertisement, again, it could be TV ads, could be newspaper, could be radio. Then a lot of times marketing can be done over stalls as well. If there is any big event happening, a lot of companies will be having stalls, and over the stalls they will be promoting their products. This is also a marketing strategy. Now in Salesforce, we have a standard campaign object where if you are doing any campaigning to promote the product, you can create one campaign record under campaign object to track its performance and all other details as well. So if you are running TV advertisement campaign, okay, so you can create one campaign record in Salesforce, and once you create the campaign, you will be able to add all the details about the campaign over there, like what is the duration of the campaign, okay. Then the cost involved in running the campaign, how much cost is involved in running the entire campaign, and then whenever you get any new opportunity or new contact or new lead through the campaign, you will always have to associate those leads or contacts or opportunities to the respective campaign. This will only help you to understand which campaign is helping you getting more new customers and generate more revenue. If you don't associate any opportunities or leads or contacts to the respective campaign, you won't be able to understand which campaign is actually helping you generating more customers and more revenue. So this is one of the important things. So this is where you need to create campaign records within Salesforce, and then whenever you are creating opportunities or leads or contacts, those records also you need to associate with the corresponding campaign. Okay. Any doubt? Any question?
No.
So we will discuss about campaign again in the next session tomorrow, and then we will create one campaign record and we'll see how to associate those campaigns to any opportunities or leads or contacts. And then we will go through the case and solution. I will be just giving a overview of those two objects because later on we will be extensively working on cases and solution. And then we will hopefully start with security model or security. This is one of the important topic in terms of your day-to-day job as a Salesforce admin and in terms of Salesforce certification as well. If you are planning to go for Salesforce certification later on, security model is one of the important topics.
So when you say security, do you meaning encryption, or what are you meaning?
Sorry, come again.
So when you're talking about security model and settings, are you covering, or like, are you talking about encryption model, or just like the whatever Salesforce dashboard setup?
No, not exactly encryption. So in Salesforce security settings, we have profiles, permission sets with which we can manage the permissions of user, like what all features within Salesforce user can access. Then data security, what all data user can access. So it is related to that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right then. So yeah, that's it for today. We will continue tomorrow.